Yeah, so I want to talk more about like the cancel culture. What it is the Catholic Church. In the Bible it says those who aren't worshiping the beast are being killed by the Catholics. That's straight in the Bible. Like, that's not what the Bible says. Yeah, obviously it is what the Bible says. I know that there's lots of censorship and misdirection. We're in a supernatural world, meaning the world is synthetic. There are beings operating behind the scenes. It's just how it is. That's the paranormal and the supernatural. It is really what's at, play here. We are dealing with supernature and the paranormal always. There's like this solidarity of mind. They call it the new paradigm. I'm going to put it in the description to, what is... there's like a bullet points, like 20 bullet points of the new paradigm. And it is soulless mindlessness. This is the kind of people running the church, the modern church. It's not the scriptural gospel, it's the modern gospel. But it is New Ageism, and that's Satanism. That's what it is. Satanism and communism, New Ageism, it's the same thing. But in that 20-point bullet points, it's describing Satanism, and it's to them, they're like, no, that's spiritual awareness, it's authenticity, it's this, that, and the other. It's the modern age of lawlessness. The lawless hypocrite that is the god of the world. So, like, all the slime balls you see is these people. Like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I should get them on film. I should get them on, so people understand that this is like actually happening. So this is a guy, he has like, he works for this like charity group. It's a USAID funded group. He's a satanic, drug addict is what he is. And he's, all of those charities, all Catholic charities are really just crime organizations. People don't realize that. But if you see like here in New Hampshire, just like Manchester, the drugs is being run by the Catholic Church. They're halfway houses everywhere, and they're all communist, Satanists. Prison is like a Catholic organization. It's not about redeeming people or civilizing people. They don't want people to be civilized. They want people to be Catholic. And Catholic means you serve money, you serve the boss, you work for Tony. You don't have any kind of human rationality. That's primitive. You are a sycophant to the power structure. And as proof of that, that's why the prisons are filled with crime. Because crime is not a crime to the Catholic. It's just obedience to the master. That's what they want. In Jersey City, the police were so criminal. You got to think about this. They're making good salaries. The Jersey City police make good money. But they get overtime, and they're sitting there renting, apartments, buying properties, doing this, while they're getting paid on overtime. They had like 50 cops who got caught stealing like $20 million in a 3-year period. None of them lost their job. That's a lot of money for these 50 guys to steal from the taxpayers. And what are they doing? They're being good Catholics. They're renovating apartments and renting them out to Section 8 housing development. If you think about like what Browntown is in Brooklyn, that's the model, that's the business model for everything. Take an area where the working class built the community, fill it with a bunch of Section 8, terrorists. That's what it is. They want heroin, cocaine, prostitution, and crime. They want to turn it into a crime zone. Then when it's a crime zone, you buy all the property up really cheap, and then after you buy all the property real cheap, you kick all the criminals and you put them in a jail, or you relocate them to a nice community, which is what they did actually. There was that was Browntown in Brooklyn. Then they had a Browntown in Pittsfield, Massachusetts that they created in like the 80s, late 80s. They moved like 5,000 people, 5,000 only black people into this area, and they're coming from like New Jersey, from Trenton, from Camden, from Chicago, from Detroit, wherever. All these inner cities from all over the world, for all over the country, sorry. And they relocated them into Pittsfield in a place they called Browntown. And that was in Charlottesville as well. They had Browntown, or they called it Browntown in Charlottesville, Virginia. It was so bad over there. I don't know the history of it, when it came and when it wasn't. I was there about like 2000, somewhere around there, maybe 1999. And there was a student who was at the, college, whatever, Charlottesville University, whatever it was over there. And he just walked down the wrong way. He walked into Browntown, and he just got murdered for nothing. No reason, just walking into Browntown. He didn't, threaten anybody. He's, wherever he's from. He's like from Nebraska or something. He just doesn't know. He thinks everything's fine. He walked into Browntown, and he just got murdered. I know how bad it was because I had some, people at work, and they lived in Browntown, and they wanted to hang out after work. I'm like, sure, you want to get along with the people you're working with. And these guys were huge. They were like 350 pounds apiece, like 6, 7 big fucking people. So, I'm like, yeah, they're fine. I don't think these guys are a problem. We're going to Browntown. As we're in Browntown, I noticed like we're in a car, and everyone's looking and pointing because I'm the only white guy in Browntown. And everyone on the streets, everyone in the cars are like, oh my God, it's a white person. Holy smoke. And I'm like, this is weird. This is bizarre. And we get to his place, we're just chilling. And then one of his friends come by, and he's like, double takes. He goes, what the fuck? And he pulls a gun out. He goes, I fucking hate white people. I hate white people. And I'm like, not feeling safe anymore. That's how crazy, the idea of Browntown is. It's just this like accepted segregation. And what am I doing to these people? I'm doing nothing to these people, and I'm being treated like, I'm some pariah. I'm some horrible person. Or that student who got killed. What did he do? He did nothing. But he's just walking in the wrong area. They kill this guy. And, the church doesn't have a problem with this. They want this psychopath unity. That's what they want. They want a unified world of psychopaths. And that's not an exaggeration. When you look at the 20 bullet points of like the new paradigm, that's psychopathy. That's narcissism. And you can't talk about narcissism with these people on the internet. They are the narcissists. It's like you see these people, what they're saying and doing, that's narcissism, but they're flipping the script. Somehow, oh no, you can't criticize them. They can criticize you, but you can't criticize them. So it is the divine hypocrite. They are the lawless hypocrites, and if you're not part of that paradigm, they're canceling you. That's what's really going on. Yeah, so this guy, this crackhead, he's got this like little badge he carries with him because he's part of this like charity organization. He's trying to like exert authority over people. He's like part of the health department, and he's in charge because he has this little badge. Okay, but he's a satanic crackhead. He always has this little badge on him, and that's the kind of like people that we're dealing with. And you got to understand, he's getting a paycheck to be a troll. That's what's going on with these people. But I saw him yesterday. He's like, hey, I got the stuff you were looking for. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't like these people. I don't like to communicate with these people. They're really satanic, okay? And he shows me this herbicide. He's like, I got this herbicide. Yeah, it's for your garden. I'm like, I don't want herbicide. I don't talk to you. I don't, like that. He's saying this. It's just like nuts. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But maybe it's because I did make a video just the other day about, somebody killing a garden I had with herbicide. I said it's probably the cops because the crackheads don't have any money. I think he's just maybe showing, it's like, crackheads have money too. Look, see, I got the herbicide right here. And he said it's expensive. He's like, this is expensive stuff. So maybe he had saw my video, and maybe he's like, oh, look, I'm a crackhead. I got the herbicide right here. But anyway, my point is, like, I should get him on film because people aren't going to believe this stuff. But that's part of, like, the organized communist mindlessness. These people are evil, mindless, like background noise. To this, it's like the world is a biocomputer. We're in a biocomputer. That's how life works. We were born into it. It is a simulated world, and it's based on like it's some biochemistry. There's some kind of the world without your biochemistry, it would be just like radioactive noise. It would be just like a bunch of radiation. You couldn't make heads or tails of it. You need to have your DNA receptor to actually get some kind of material manifestation, and that material manifestation is based on your DNA. So your experience is yours alone, uniquely, but there is interactions with other manifesting DNA interactions, but it is this big, radioactive mess. It is otherwise, but there are ways on which other entities do navigate in our world. That's why the paranormal is the way it is. I mean, this is evidently the way it is. Yeah.